Once again, I just want to be clear that we're not giving any certifications out of this. You're going to have to get some good training 101 with an instructor to get certified in anything. This is just a basic safety overview. If you're going to have the right to do something, you have to take responsibility for your actions, okay? Guns are neither good nor bad. They're tools. They're just like a hammer. They're just like your steak knife, right? You have to take responsibility. And if you are responsible and practice these safety rules, firearms are safe, okay? All right, today we're going to talk about the primary causes of firearm accidents, basic elements of safety, safety rules, how to store your guns, how to talk to your kids about guns, and we just also want to tell you that because there's been an increase of training and more gun owners wanting to be trained, we've had a lot less firearm accidents. You know, it doesn't really matter why you want to have a firearm, you know, killing zombies to, you know, target practicing or just because you can. It doesn't really matter. But all these firearm safety rules apply no matter why you have your gun. Firearm accidents account for less than 1% of accidental death in the United States. And over the years, they keep dropping, okay? And like I said before, all accidents drop because instruction is on the rise. I can't be more clear that if you're going to exercise your right to have a gun, you have to take responsibility for your gun. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and this course and every other course like it play a vital role because you need to know what you should and should not do. All right, there's two main causes of handgun accidents, ignorance and carelessness. And in this usage, ignorance is not pejorative. It's not bad. You know, I'm ignorant of the proper way to conduct brain surgery, okay? Ignorance just means that you don't know, okay? If you don't know what you're doing with a firearm, leave them alone until you get proper training, okay? Carelessness is when you know what to do, you just fail to do it. Like that video in the introduction where the firearm instructor, the DA agent, you know, unloads his gun improperly and shoots himself in the leg. He knew what to do, he just failed to do it. Okay, there are rules to firearm safety, but basically the main thing is a positive attitude. You need to accept responsibility for what you're doing. You have to have knowledge. You have to understand the proper way to do things so that you're safe. And the last one is skill, and that happens through practice. You need to act safe long enough that it is ingrained in your firearm habits. All right, the three basic firearm safety rules are always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction so that nobody would be hurt if it was to discharge. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're on target and ready to shoot. That protects you against a sympathetic discharge from, say, reflexes if you trip. And the last is always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. But I want to tell you, use depends on the situation. If it's a self-defense gun, you never know when you're going to be attacked, right? That's why you have the gun. Because personally, if I knew somebody was going to come try to hurt me, I would make sure I wasn't there, okay? And since you never know when you may be called upon to use a self-defense gun could always be considered to be in use. Now, you need to weigh, is the likelihood, the danger of me being attacked greater than the danger of me having a loaded firearm? All right, and you can have as many other safety rules as needed for your situation and the sport or use of your handgun or other firearm, okay? If it makes you feel more comfortable, then make a new rule. People who know me personally know that I'm about half deaf, and that's because when I was younger and dumber, I didn't think I needed to wear safety protection, particularly ear protection, all right? If you're going to be shooting at the range, you have to wear hearing and eye protection. Now, I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your your child, man, because if you try to tell me how to raise mine, I would be pretty upset with you. But parents are responsible for their kids. And so no one knows better than the parent when the child is ready to receive training. But a good signal is when the kid expresses interest. You know, when they start talking about guns, might be time to talk about firearms. And as a parent, you need to know how to teach your child the difference between real and pretend. You know, a lot of people don't want their kids making the little gun finger and playing cowboys and Indians. Well, you know, that's play. And if you never address it, maybe the kid could confuse real guns with play guns because they were never taught the difference, okay? But basically, the best way that they found is, you know, the Eddie Eagle program. You teach your children if they see a gun to stop, don't touch it, leave the area, and tell an adult. And what that does is it protects the child from, you know, little Johnny across the street. You go over to little Johnny's house, he pulls out his daddy's pistol, says, look what I got. If your kid says, you know, something like, we shouldn't do that, you know, little Johnny's a knucklehead, he's probably going to, you know, point the gun at your kid. Oh, don't be, you know, a pansy, don't be a crybaby, whatever. And then your son or daughter gets hurt because somebody else didn't train their child. So if the child just stops, doesn't touch it, leaves the area, they're not there for little Johnny to be a knucklehead. All right, once again, I'd just like to thank you for watching our videos, and please comment so we can make sure that what we're doing is relevant to what your needs are.